All right, let's talk about transformation. We have these incredible AI models that are, jacks of all trades. They know a little bit about everything. But to really unlock their power, we need to turn them into a master of one. So, how's it done? Let's dive in.
So, you've got access to a huge foundation model. It's brilliant for sure, but here's the catch. It's a generalist. It wasn't trained on your company's documents, it doesn't know your industry-specific jargon, and it certainly doesn't have your brand's unique voice. The big question then is, how do you take this generic powerhouse and make it truly, deeply yours?
Well, the answer is a process called fine-tuning, and the idea is pretty simple. We take a model that's already been trained on a massive amount of general information, half the internet, and we just continue its training. But this time, we use a much smaller, super-specific data set. We're not teaching it from scratch. Think of it more like we're giving it a specialized PhD.
Right. So this whole process, this specialized education, it has one main goal: to take that generalist model and turn it into a specialist, a real expert that's perfectly built for the job you need it to do.
Here's my favorite analogy for this. A pre-trained model is like a brilliant liberal arts graduate. Super smart, can talk about almost anything, is broadly capable. But you probably wouldn't let them perform open-heart surgery, right? Fine-tuning, well, that's the medical school. It's the residency. It's what turns that smart grad into a precision specialist. It builds on that great foundation to create true expertise.
So why go through all this trouble? Well, a few huge reasons. First, you can inject very specific knowledge, teaching the AI the unique language of law or finance. Second, you can adapt it for a task, making it an absolute pro at something like generating code. And third, you can totally control its style, making sure it sounds exactly like your brand or, just getting it to output perfect JSON every single time. But the way we used to do this, well, it was powerful, but it came with this huge, almost villainous set of problems. We're talking massive costs and some pretty serious risks. This old method is called full fine-tuning. And the logic was, let's just say it was brute force. The idea was, hey, if we want to change the model, let's just retrain the entire thing. We'd update every single one of its internal connections, its parameters, with our new data. It's thorough, but as you can probably guess, it is incredibly intensive.
And this number really drives home just how big of a problem that was. A model like GPT-3 has 175 billion parameters. To do a full fine-tune, you have to update and store info for every single one of them. This took an insane amount of computing power, which meant it was financially and practically out of reach for almost everyone.
And money wasn't even the biggest problem. There was this huge risk called catastrophic forgetting. And yeah, it's as bad as it sounds. By forcing the model to learn a new skill so aggressively, you could literally make it overwrite and forget its original, broad knowledge. You could end up with a brilliant legal expert that's forgotten how to have a normal conversation. Total disaster.
But then, the hero of our story arrived. All those problems with full fine-tuning sparked a revolution, leading to a new set of techniques called parameter-efficient fine-tuning, or PEFT for short. And here it is. This is the aha moment. Just look at this. Full fine-tuning trains 100% of the model's parameters. PEFT methods, they get similar, sometimes even better, results by training less than 1%. This isn't just an improvement, it's a complete game changer.
The benefits here are just massive. It's way faster, it's dramatically cheaper. We're talking about training on a single GPU, not a whole server farm. It's safer because by freezing most of the original model, you pretty much eliminate catastrophic forgetting, and it's incredibly efficient. Instead of saving a new, giant model for each task, you just store a tiny little file with the changes.
Now, one of the most popular PEFT methods out there is called LoRA, and the idea is just brilliant. It freezes the huge original model and then trains a very small separate set of weights that only represent the changes. After training, you can merge these small changes right back in, which means you get all the specialized benefits with absolutely zero extra delay. It's truly the best of both worlds.
So now that we know we can fine-tune a model so efficiently, a really important strategic question pops up. When should you fine-tune, and when should you use that other popular technique you've probably heard of, RAG, or Retrieval Augmented Generation?
This analogy just frames the decision perfectly. Fine-tuning is like sending your AI to medical school. It internalizes knowledge and learns how to think like a doctor. RAG, on the other hand, is like giving that doctor real-time access to a massive, always up-to-date medical library to look things up.
Let's break it down a bit more. The absolute key distinction is this. You fine-tune when you want to change the model's behavior or style. You use RAG when you need to inject external knowledge and make sure it has the latest facts. So fine-tuning creates an internalized expert, while RAG helps that expert ace an open-book exam.
But here's the most powerful secret. This isn't an either-or choice. The most advanced approaches actually use a hybrid, combining the strengths of both to create a true digital expert. Here's how it works. First, you fine-tune the model to master a skill. For example, you teach it to think and reason like a lawyer. Then, you use RAG to feed that legally trained model the specific, up-to-the-minute facts of a particular case. You get the expert reasoning and the current data. It's powerful stuff.
So what does this all mean for the future?
Well, this whole revolution in adapting models is fundamentally changing how we build and use AI.
Okay, so let's wrap with the key takeaways. First, efficiency is the new normal. PEFT has made AI specialization something anyone can do. Second, data quality is everything. A small, clean data set beats a huge, messy one any day. And finally, it's always a strategic choice. You have to ask, am I trying to change the model's brain or just give it a bigger library?
And that brings us to the final thought. The barriers to creating these incredibly specialized expert AIs have pretty much crumbled. The tools are more accessible and powerful than ever. So the question is no longer if we can build these specialists. The only real question left is what expert will you build first?